Speaking of fighting, though, there was a fight, not really a fight, it was a one-punch fight between Jordan Poole and Draymond Green at Golden State Warrior practice. I guess they went chest to chest. They were beefing about something. A lot of guys in Golden State are claiming that Jordan Poole is on the verge of a huge contract extension, has been different. Like he's about to get that bag, and he's acting differently. And Draymond needed to lay down the law about, hey, listen, you're Jordan Poole. Relax, Tiger. I don't care how much money you're about to make. You're Jordan Poole. We got Clay. We got Steph. We got me. I got rings on 4 of my fingers. Slow your roll, tough guy. And pop. And popped him.
Yeah.
And we have video of it, actually. It took place just outside practice in Draymond's convertible, I think it is. Can you guys show that or no? There you go.
Oh, good. Very nice. Fair fight. Got on top of him.
Apparently, we're using white body doubles for this particular fight. But we're just having fun. So I just wonder, like, when that kind of stuff happens, right? And you have, like, the veteran who everyone knows is the mouth of the South, that kind of thing. I remember Klay Thompson once came out and said, listen, it's like a bylaw here. You got to take heat from Draymond Green. He holds everybody accountable, right?
Yeah.
Is this good for a team ultimately? Is it bad for a team? Is there no impact on a team? Or are we making too much of it? What do you think about that?
No, I think it's great for a team.
You do? Why?
Well, because it does. It does exactly that. It keeps you in line and it helps you to understand, like, what the pecking order is and how we go about our business, right? Like, I mean, that you got to have enforcers. I'm not saying you got to get guys have to get punched all the time. There has to be a set of standards. There has to be a set of rules that we adhere to. You have to build a culture. And if some dude is patty caking or whatever, then there has to be some consequences.
Like, so you want every hen house needs a rooster, is what you're basically saying, right?
Well,
Someone just to make sure nobody gets out of line, out of control, a little too big for their britches.
Right.
Hey, we got a lot of champions on this team. Recognize who you are, where you are, and let's get together to win a championship.
If we have a set of standards and somebody doesn't adhere to the set of standards, there needs to be consequences. That's part of the issue with our culture right now. You can do anything you want. Oh, well, it's okay. It's, you know what, we have to nurture and we have to. No.
By the way, speaking of that, you're not lying. NYU is a very prestigious university here in New York City, and they just fired a professor. No joke. The kids in the class thought the professor was grading them too harshly and was negatively impacting their overall GPA. So rather than tell the kids, hey, study more, they fired the professor.
See, I have experience with this. At the University of Idaho, I checked into a finance class, right?
Okay.
It's the first day of class. It's fall, right? I'm in the beginning of football season. I sit down, very studious, I'm ready to go. And the professor stands up and goes, let me just tell you something. This will be the hardest class you've ever taken. Over 50% of you will fail. And I went like this. Got up, and I walked out. I just said, dude, this class is not for me.
All good?
Right, this class is not for me.
Yeah.
I went right to the admin building. I dropped it. I got into Greek mythology, greatest class I ever took. I don't know what the professor's name was, a little guy, big hair like Einstein.
Yeah.
I called him Professor Zeus, and he talked with a list. He'd be like, the thing is, he said that Zeus is going to come down from on high and throw thunderbolts. And you were like, you just sit there and go, this is the most awesome class I've ever been in. I'm learning Greek mythology. It was awesome. I mean, it was great. Got an A in it. I went from an F to an A. Bam!
Got Bob
One
Ross
move
yelling at
admin.
you. It's great.
Got an A in it. Guy walked out of a finance class where they teach you how to make change for a 20 and found Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Here. Okay, by the way, who is the god of water?
I wouldn't.
Poseidon.
Case
Ocean, but
in point, you didn't learn anything.
The god of water?
Yes.
I don't know that there's a god of
Poseidon.
water. Well, that's the ocean. That's the ocean.
There's
water in the ocean.
I think the god of water is Aquaman.
Do I have time to
like
get
that.
to this?
Yeah, right?
choice,
That's
better choice.
Better choice, Aquaman.
I don't have time. There's this great GM poll that's got Kevin Durant all ticked off. I'm going to go to it anyway. We'll figure out the time later in the show. So,
Here. It's Matt. Hey,
by the way, what's it say right here?
We'll
What's it say? This is Carton.
Carton. You know what we'll do? We'll do in the break. We'll let Cody do the math to figure out how much time we got later
we'll
on.
have about a half hour over. I want to get the story because it just makes sense to do it right now. Every year they anonymously poll all the general managers in the NBA.
Yeah.
Who's the best of this? Who's the best of that? Right. So they came up with you got one shot to win a game. Who's the guy you want shooting the shot? Now, I think it's obvious to all of us who love the NBA. The only answer is
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
right, Steph Curry. And yes, every GM voted Steph Curry in a landslide is the number one guy. Kevin Durant was not picked as the number one guy, and he's very sensitive to that. I know he's very sensitive, and I just thought we should point out to him why the GMs did not pick him
He's going
So
to
it's like a
to be number one.
public
okay?
service announcement is what you're doing.
The other big news NBA-wise is that Zion looks like he's fit.
Looks great.
Looks like he's in great shape, and that's that.
Are we going to see a picture of it or
No,
no?
do we have a picture of it? Yeah, he looks good. No, he does. He looks great. He looks like the kid that came out of Duke.
Right.
He absolutely
Hey,
looks
show me a
fantastic.
picture of him
but-
in April.
Exactly right.
Right.
But if he's in good shape, he is one of the better players for sure in the league. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.